Unsolved.
The Zodiac killer case. Zodiac witnesses revealed. Dalora Lee Striplin was a classmate of Cecilia's, and she's the one that drove Cecilia up to Northern California to the college for Cecilia to get her things. So I start off this video at Cecilia's house, and they will drive to Angwin, California, where the college was located. It's a long drive, over 8 hours to the college. And the connection to most of the people are they're members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Now, it's my understanding that Lori wasn't from Southern California. Nevertheless, Cecilia's older sister, Kathleen, got married in July of 1969, and Lori was in the wedding. Here's a photograph of Raymond and Kathleen from the Pacific Union College Yearbook, 1968. And then here's a newspaper article about Cecilia's older sister getting married. Now, Judy Dalton was Cecilia's best friend, and she told the police that they all left the college together at approximately 1 p.m. and went to a rummage sale in St. Helena. And Bryan found a television set and purchased it, and since there wasn't room in the car, he drove it back to the college and then came back, and he met Cecilia at 2 p.m. And then Judy stayed in St. Helena, and Bryan and Cecilia drove off and went south for the afternoon. Now, Cecilia attended La Sierra College in Arlington section of Riverside, California in 1967, and so did her good friend Judy Dalton. She attended there also in 1967. So they were friends when they were at Pacific Union College. At approximately 2:15, JoAnn Chace, Linda Johnston and Linda Jensen drove through Pope Valley to Lake Berryessa, where they stopped 2 miles north of the AMW. Suspect pulled into the parking area from the south, went past their vehicle, then backed up so their rear bumpers were nearly touching. Suspect vehicle described as a 1966 or 67 light blue Chevrolet with California plates. Witness believes the vehicle was a two-door and described the headlights as being long rather than round. The rear glass was tinted quite dark. Another vehicle with Arizona plates was in the parking area, and witness saw the occupants, Denise Brown and Wayne Height, at the beach. Witness went to the beach. Shortly thereafter, noticed suspect watching them from the edge of the trees. After about 30 minutes, suspect came down by the beach and passed within 20 feet of the witness as he walked from south to north. They described the suspect as approximately 28 years old, 6 feet to 6 feet 2, 200 to 225 pounds, black hair, possibly styled with part on the left, rounded eyes, thin lips, medium nose, straight eyebrows, small ears, well built, nice looking, wearing black short sleeve sweatshirt, bunched in the front, and a t-shirt hanging out in the back, dark trousers. The fact that 3 girls saw what may have been the alleged attacker at Lake Berryessa at 2:55 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. Saturday is true, the captain said, and already has been reported in the register. But he added, the report that they observed him again at a root beer stand at Sugar Loaf is completely false. Now, a few days after the crime, Denise Brown called the police department, and she stated that about 5:15 p.m. Saturday, she was in the Lake Berryessa area with a male companion, Mr. John Marriott, 22 years of age, also a student at Pacific Union College. She stated at this time they were parked on the Knoxville Road, approximately 1 mile south of the Lake Berryessa Marina. She stated shortly after they parked the vehicle, they observed the victims who were known to them, Bryan Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, driving south on Knoxville Road in Bryan's white Carmagia. She stated as the Hartnell vehicle drove by, Bryan waved out the window and said, "Hi, John," referring to Mr. Marriott. Ms. Brown stated that they did not see the Hartnell vehicle any other time that day. Now, an interesting fact is, witness Linda Johnston was a graduate of Pacific High School in 1965. And that's the same year that Michael Zlaket was a graduate also. And in his junior year, someone wrote Zodiac by Michael's name because he had a reputation as being called Zodiac. Now, I don't believe Mike is the Zodiac killer, but there definitely could be some kind of connection between Pacific High School and the Zodiac murders. Did you notice some unusual statements that Denise Brown made to the police? First, she said that she was with John, but the 3 girls said that she was with Wayne Hyatt that day. Second, she said that she drove by at 5:15 p.m., but Bryan and Cecilia were at the beach at that time. And third, she said that Bryan yelled out his car, "Hi, John." And this statement doesn't seem to have a ring of truth to it. After Bryan and Cecilia were stabbed, David Rayfield, I believe, saw the Zodiac killer walking away back to his car, and David gave a description of the man. And David and his father were there fishing, and they have no connection to Pacific Union College or Southern California. They were just there fishing that day. And he testified that at 6:30 he saw this same gentleman walking in the area. Now, when I create these videos, I do a lot of research into not just these suspects, but their older family members and possibly their father to see if they could be the Zodiac killer. So to give you an idea, I'll kind of show you how I looked at this one gentleman. So this student, Wayne, had an older sister named Patricia Sue Haight. And in July of 1966, she married Richard Lee Roy Kelly, 21. So what's interesting to me is Denise Brown lied about Wayne being with her out in the car. And so could Leroy have been out there also that day, up to something nefarious? So what I try to do is find out where my suspect lives and what he looks like. And so I found out where he went to high school, where that is in location to Lake Berryessa, and I take a look at his photograph compared to the sketch of the Zodiac killer and see what I think. And so you can see for yourself what you think. Well, this ends this episode of Unsolved, and on the next Zodiac killer case, we'll reveal the witnesses to the murder of Paul Stine in San Francisco. So I'll see you then.